Welcome to the Super Bowl week edition of the Ballinesian podcast here on the Polytickin network. Samoans talking about sports, a Charger and Raider fan. Going to be going over a couple different things. What makes a superstar? Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, Seattle, New England. What does a win mean for each of these teams? News from Las Vegas. The Raiders have are locking in, are zooming in on
Don't
Klint
don't
Kubiak.
don't jinx us, fool.
uh, Seattle's offensive coordinator is going to be the new coach for the Raiders. All things go as planned. We'll talk
Hopefully,
about that. And then our shout outs before we head out. Also, plans for the Super Bowl, what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be watching, where we're going to be eating, some Super Bowl halftime talk, and yeah, let's get into it. Shout out to the Polytickin network. Look for us on YouTube if you're watching this. Thank you for subscribing there. Type in the Polytickin network there on the search. If you're listening to this, thank you very much. Rate 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Scroll on down to the bottom, leave us a review. Thank you, appreciate you for that. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Thank you for taking the time to just hang out with us and listen to us talk about sports. If you want to email or message in a question for us to address, research, and talk about on the next episode, you can email us at ballinesian@gmail.com, or you can send a Instagram message, DM us at Ballinesian on Instagram or on TikTok. Also, you can sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/the Polytickin podcast. Just $5 gets you an episode every week. This week we talked about the Grammys. Have you heard or seen anything from the Grammys that stood out on the socials or on TV?
I've just seen a bunch of people reposting. Um, I almost said Billy Idol. What's her name?
Billie
Uh,
Eilish
yeah. Her No one's illegal on stolen land.
on Stolen Land. Yeah,
Which yeah, a lot of controversy
is it?
around that. Yeah,
Nah, I mean,
but
especially in LA at the Grammys.
sure.
Yeah, Ice Out,
But
F
I
Ice.
mean, yeah, album of the year going to
Hey,
the Super Bowl performer, so pretty cool. I listen to Bad Bunny, but I don't listen to Bad Bunny like that, so I didn't know he had like an album of the year worthy album. But also, it's the Grammys. It's not like it's the hip hop awards, so
yeah, yeah.
his album reaches a lot more than just the states. So
Oh,
congratulations.
we got to decentralize our
Yeah,
American exceptionalism, right?
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
first
yeah.
non-English album of the year
There
in
you see.
Grammys history in the
Oh
54
no,
years that it
see,
was on
yeah,
CBS.
yeah,
So definitely just remembering that there's more of the world out there and we're just a part of it. Yeah, we talked about whether some of these guys are really talented or superstars. I had my concerns about Justin Bieber. I found out that he's sold 150 million worldwide records worldwide. So, but I was like, is he just like, did he just start young, and then like got his following, and then they grew up and spent. We talked about it. We talked about it. Um, but yeah, we also discussed what makes a superstar. So like as far as music, I mean there are definitely names that are up there. But
for sure.
what would you say for music would you consider a superstar?
Just the reach I think that your music gets to. Like again, like we just said, sometimes you can be popular here in the States, but then you go somewhere else, and then like in another country, and people are just like, "Oh yeah, their songs are cool. It's cool." Or
Yeah.
yeah, I heard one of their songs, something like that.
You got to be worldwide. You got to be
Yeah,
like Pitbull.
definitely. Yeah, Mr.
Mr.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Pitbull
like
is
if you go to another country and they're playing your song, like just bobbing their head to the song, like Bad Bunny. You know what I
mm,
mean? You can go to different countries and they're playing Bad Bunny in all of those clubs, or and not even just
oh
those
okay.
clubs. Like you can walk into a shop and they're playing Bad Bunny, things of that sort, man.
Let's
You know?
we talked about the superstar on the Patreon. Let's say there are levels to this, right? Let's
Sure,
say level 1 is star.
sure.
Level 2 superstar.
Uh-huh.
Level 3, mega star. This is
Sure.
like worldwide for a long time. And then
Yep.
level 4 is like the top tier of the pantheon, the temple
Right.
of music, like iconography is icon, right?
Right.
You're if you're at the top there, you're icon. If you're
Yep.
thinking of people you can name that are definitely a star in music, they belong at the top. Well, some of those no question people, Michael Jackson. Who else would you say is like a
Icon.
no doubt about it icon, music icon?
Prince.
Prince.
Yep.
Okay.
Elvis.
Elvis. All right.
Elvis. Uh,
Uh, so where would you put Justin Timberlake on the 1, 2, 3, 4 level of stardom?
number two. He's not just a star. I think he's a superstar.
He's a superstar. Okay.
I think so.
He also has that crossover with the movies.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Britney Spears, star, superstar, megastar, icon.
I don't know if I put her in any of those.
In any of those, don't do that.
This no. Look, her sales wise, yes, okay. She wasn't the greatest singer. I like Britney Spears songs, so
Mhm.
this is before you be like, no, he's hating. I just don't think her staying power was there, and then like she ended up being talked more about what was going on with her father, which very valid reason to be talked about because uh like
You say she's not a star because of her legal
if we're talking
trouble,
about me, no, I
or
think she's more of a star now because of her legal trouble outside of music.
she, star, superstar, megastar?
She's outside star.
Whoa, not zero star.
No, if we're talking about music, I'll put her at star because you can still see like people still listen to her music. Like
Am I tripping?
I think she's a star. I don't think she's a superstar. No,
Uh,
it, this is personal preference. So like you said, I
well,
would
no.
would
As an analyst,
as an
okay.
I'll say star. I'll say star because like her
Uh,
songs still get played and you can still recognize who Britney Spears is. When it
I
comes
think
to
she reached superstar and then had like a
at one point, I
long
think she did.
career,
But if
like
we're talking about now, yeah,
longevity after that. Sure, not now. It's like a faded star, but I think no, I thought she reached like a high level. Maybe it was just
no,
because
I think
that
she's a
was just
superstar at one
where
time
I was growing up.
for
Where
sure.
would you put Luther Vandross? Star,
Did
superstar,
you just call me
megastar?
old?
Huh?
Did you just call me old?
You're
uh,
older.
Luther Vandross, superstar,
Okay. Uh, Justin Bieber,
superstar.
superstar.
Yeah,
Whitney Houston,
superstar. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, she's not a
superstar.
star." Superstar,
Beyonce,
megastar.
Kendrick Lamar.
As of now, megastar. Just over the beef, like he just shot into like megastar. He was a superstar at one point, and then
It,
the beef, everything just catapulted him to megastar. Because
nice.
now all the concerts he has worldwide are sold out. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, the GNX tour with SZA. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was Bad Bunny.
Oh man.
Bad
On the
Bunny.
international level, I gotta say megastar just right now because
Woo, yeah.
yeah,
And he's gonna be at the Super Bowl. And he just won album of the year. It's
there you
crazy.
go. Yeah.
Thank you for that quick rating. I'm gonna try to pull that. Clip it. But yeah, if you want to hear about us discussing like also stardom and like and 45 minutes of Grammy talk, head on to the patreon.com/the Polytickin podcast, sign up, and appreciate your guys' support. Also, shout out to Levasa Island Apparel, www.levasa Island Apparel. If you're trying to get some of those woven blankets, it's still cold. It's still winter, apparently. It's not been
Hey, look,
winter. I don't want to jinx it. It's
it
not been
was
winter in the
35
PNW at all.
degrees in Alabama
It was
yesterday.
what?
35 degrees
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
in
So,
Alabama.
see, I'm
It
I'm
was snowing in Florida.
PNW centralized right now. I'm
Yeah.
not even thinking
So
about the South like that.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
It was
cold
crazy.
all over. And also let underscore Vasa follow on Instagram and keep tabs on what's happening over there,
Yeah,
brother
they're
Erod
doing a
down
lot
there
of
in
great stuff
Modesto,
on there.
California. The mobile fresh drops,
Yeah,
bruh. Would love to
just
see it. Keep it up.
the food drive on
Definitely
the
spread the
weekends.
word on that.
Yeah,
Mhm. All right. The Super Bowl is coming up on Sunday,
he says
February 8th. It
I
is going to
didn't
be at 3:30 p.m.
I didn't notice Super Bowl.
on NBC. I have been just like I feel, this football is about to leave and I'm like breaking up with it before it breaks up with me. Like I'm distancing myself early, but I know that I'm going to sit in front of that TV and be rooting for some good football come Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Uh I'm we're gonna try to barbecue here at the house with the neighbors.
oh, nice.
Um, so yeah, get some. Is there any barbecue suggestions for like a Super Bowl party?
Yeah, I always have my always same barbecue suggestion: turkey tail,
Get the turkey tail out there.
cheese. Yeah,
I'm gonna try to do the potato salad and
oh, fire.
like maybe some hot dogs and burgers and maybe a couple of just
Oh, if we're doing hot dogs, yeah, hot dog, of course. Man, if you get, they do have a Wajimaya. How far are you from the Wajimaya over there?
I think it's like 15-20 minutes off the freeway. Yeah.
Maize patties on a grill.
Maize patties? You saying
Maize,
corn? Spell that.
no, Mays, maize teriyaki patties.
Mays.
They're-
Ooh, teriyaki burger patties?
Bro, I'm telling you, those are the patties we used to like. We used to come back from Hawaii. You know how
Mm-hmm.
people used to put like McDonald's in their stuff. We
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
get coolers of maize teriyaki patties.
Oh, okay.
But
Sweet
they do
burgers.
sell them. Yeah, they should have them at Wajimaya. And then oh man,
Wait. What goes with the sweet burger? Like you have to have a certain cheese. Like you can't have like
nah,
cheddar, right? You got to
nah.
have like
I
a
mean,
white cheese.
you can
Oh,
have cheddar. It'll go.
okay. Because I'm thinking about Milo Vala's turkey burgers, right? Or not turkey burger, teriyaki burgers.
Oh, they still use regular cheese too.
Yeah, it's regular. It's like
That
American or
sauce
cheddar
is
cheese.
man. That sauce was fire. And man, so they used to have like just you know how they do the barbecue stands in Samoa, little tent and they
Yeah.
barbecue. So since Luisa's was owned by the Reeds, Jared, and he was the one running Vito Wallace back home, he would have people that would come do the barbecue. They would do cheeseburgers right there in front of Luisa's laundromat and just sell the teriyaki inside the Milo Valo sauce because technically it was the
Wow.
same people, but they were just doing like a pop up stand over there. And I was waiting for asphalt. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
So good. What they have fries? They had like pre-made fries in those little boats.
yeah.
I'm thinking about like when they came to Tough in high school, but uh, yeah, hot dogs, burgers. I'm okay. Sweet teriyaki burgers,
Yeah.
fire,
And
fire,
what
fire.
kind of what kind of hot dogs are you gonna do though? Like, are you gonna just go like bar S? Which nothing wrong. Bar S hot dogs are fire too.
No, I was thinking more like a sausage, more like but
Some
still something.
kielbasa.
Nah, not that far. Just like
Mhm.
more like full pork instead of like a mix or something like that.
Oh, I see what you
It,
mean. I see what you mean.
it's like a beef sausage.
Like a bratwurst almost.
I'm thinking like Costco level, like stuff
Oh,
that they
like
have over
ballpark.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know. I feel like maybe Costco isn't. Maybe that's like still kind of hot doggy, but like a beef sausage, for hot
Like a
dogs, and
brat.
then
Yeah, like a
getting
bratwurst.
all the vegetable fixing, basically
Sure.
fajita stuff. Give me the onions. Give me freaking
Oh,
sauerkraut. I'll take
yep.
relish. I'll
Yeah.
take pickles. Whatever.
This is
Uh,
doubling down, but my favorite topping on a hot dog is caramelized bacon.
oh man, the adding sweet stuff to the salty stuff was way too late. I did not grow up knowing that like flavor combo,
Right.
and it just like the way that different foods work to bring the best out of each
Oh,
other. It's like
man.
that only comes with like experience though. If you only
Oh,
eat
look,
freaking
you,
bowl Simon, you're not
you
gonna
wanna
know that there's awesome stuff out there. Spread your
you wanna
palate,
you
expand
wanna
your mind.
experiment with your grill? Get you
Oh,
some little smokies,
oh yeah, yeah.
wrap them in bacon, and then
Nice, nice, nice.
roll them all in brown sugar and then put them on your grill.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
The bacon wrapped mushrooms are also a favorite, but so it's a little hot dog wrapped in bacon and
wrapped
then
with bacon. You can put a
sugar
toothpick
coating.
over it,
Yeah.
so that way you can just put it on the grill and pick them off like that. Just yep, put brown like rub them all down in brown
It,
sugar.
yeah, see that's good. That's good. Or maybe also like a hunk of meat, like a roast
Oh yeah,
or a prime
yeah.
rib or something like that. Yeah, what about you? What are you doing for the Super Bowl?
I will be tending to customers at the job that
You're
I'm
gonna
thinking
be
about.
like, look at this great television and this game being
Yep.
played on it. Look at all the
Hey,
players
look,
jumping around.
you would not believe how many TVs I've sold in the last 3 days.
Oh, hey, okay. Sammy was saying we need to get a new TV, right? Ours is starting to like fritz out and stuff. But she was saying a bunch of people buy TVs for the Super Bowl and then start returning them the days after. Have
Some
you ever heard
do.
of that?
Yes, yes,
It,
they do.
is that a
They do.
worry for your electronic retail store?
Not so much because you're still paying for the TV, and if you return it, then I mean, there can be something with it, but it's not like it's gonna take revenue away from you. Maybe like the week of. People buy the week of because if you're so for some stores like
Uh,
Costco and stuff like that, if you're not a member, of course you have to be a member to be at Costco, but some stores their return policy is like 14 days. So like if they
oh, it
bought their
might be
TV
after.
before that, yeah, you know what I mean. So like it
Uh,
depends.
I,
I'm not worried about it.
I'm hoping that right. I'm hoping that there's something returned and maybe on a discount, so we can just swap out our
No, what are you
TV
talking?
for
You can go now. You and Sammy can get a 85-inch OLED TV from
what?
Best Buy for like three something, bro.
Hey, did you say 85 inch?
Yes, yes. Go,
Wow.
go look
Okay,
on Best Buy right
okay.
now. And
Let's talk. Wait. We'll talk about that.
hey,
No, no one else gets that TV. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. Super Bowl. You're gonna be working. Why? Why
I'll
are
be
you gonna be
working
working? Why aren't you gonna be at home? Why didn't you
one
take it off or something?
because one, I'm not a Seattle fan. I'll watch the game. I'm not gonna be one of those guys like I'm not gonna watch it if my team's playing. No, it's football. Of course I want to watch. But also, it's in Seattle. Some of the guys I work with grew up out here. This is their home team. I like,
Oh,
it's cool that they get to watch their home team in the Super Bowl.
mm,
Although not all the fans are obnoxious. Those ones, they make it worse for me. Like, you ain't never been a Seattle fan in your day. You lived here your whole life, and now all of a sudden you're a Seattle fan again. Whatever.
okay.
Up to you. That's fine. That's fine. But like, yeah, some of my coworkers, like one of my managers too, not a fan. He's from Tacoma, grew up out here, so I'd rather them get to go home and sit and watch the game. Not like my manager would take my
Wow.
spot if I wanted to watch the
He
game.
was not.
But yeah, no, yeah. I'd rather the fans be home watching the game with family, enjoying it for the
Nice.
city of Seattle. It's good for the city of Seattle. Seattle
I
fans.
I
Hope
do like when the home team is winning. Like when we were
for
working
sure.
downtown in Portland, it literally affected our business. Like
Amen.
our nights would be busier if the Blazers won, and
Sure.
if they lost, we were like, oh, someone's going home early.
Hey, look, I'm gonna have times that I'm gonna be able to slip away and watch the game a little bit on my phone because if you're listening to this, anybody that manages a Best Buy, don't wrap me up. Because there's gonna be no one in the store, I'm pretty sure, on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, interesting. Right. Because
Yeah,
it's a freaking
it's a
where
local game.
everyone's gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's a local team. They'll be home with their families, celebrating. Celebrating. I'm not gonna say a win. They'll be celebrating that the team's in the Super Bowl, praying to God that they don't run it this time, or I mean they run it this time and not pass it. Uh,
Bruh, you see someone posted like the absolute worst nightmare scenario for the Seahawks is like Sam Darnold at the 1 yard line hands it off to Kenneth Walker. Fumble! The Patriots recover. The game is over. Like they hand the ball off and it's a freaking it's
that would
bad. It's
that
bad that way. Oh my
it would
gosh.
it would be reversed if he hands the ball off, but they has like a tight end like Arroyo run a route and he's wide open in the back of the. Then everybody's just gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Ooh, and that's the thing too, right? It's like I assume that Seattle is the better roster here, and I don't know. I feel like it's to the point where too many people are picking the Seahawks. Where it's
I
like it's kind of like that nobody believes in us territory of the like the
right
Bronc the
Patriots.
Brady's first
Oh yeah,
Patriots. Yeah, that
yeah.
first one where they beat the Rams.
I think they have the better receiver on offense. I don't know if they have the better quarterback. Maybe the more experienced quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not putting my money against Sam Darnold yet. I'm just saying if we're talking about pure talent wise, I think Drake
Right.
May's a more talented quarterback. I think they have a better running back on the other side than Trayvon Henderson. Uh, they don't have Charbonnet anymore on the other side. And no diss to George Alani, but yeah, I think Trayvon Henderson's a much better back on the other side. And they still have Stevenson to run power wise. Just that
Mm.
man, that fool's he's a good power back. There's no denying that. But as far as receivers, yeah, there's gonna be no better receiver on the field than in Jigba. So
I thought this was JSN's explosion, right? Year three, everything's slowing down for him. He definitely
yeah,
went all out, most yards. What do you have, 1,800 yards, something like that. He's making these catches that are would have been mind blowing. He's making them look like everyday run of the mill catches, just catching one
sure,
hand, three fingers, running out of
yeah.
bounds, stuff like that. I really think Jackson Smith and Jigba is the reason this team has been popping off so much. But then you also have what we were talking about, and we'll talk about more later with Klint Kubiak and his offense and how it's
Yeah.
balanced, letting the quarterback be the decision maker and feeding it to,
Well, shout out to Brian Hartline for getting all those receivers ready at Ohio State. A shout out to him also for leaving Ohio State and taking a head coaching job somewhere else because it means that other programs, namely the ones that I cheer for, namely Notre Dame, have been picking up pretty good wide receivers. But Brian Hartline has been putting out great receivers into the NFL as just a wide receivers coach over there at Ohio State. JSN is a product of that system. Marvin Harrison Jr., product of that system. Buka, product of that system. So like those are just three guys I'm naming right now. Uh, Brian Hartline, you have to give him credit since we're already talking about Jason. Just
nice.
yeah,
But especially for this season, like you saw it last year, I think JSN had like 100 catches over 1,000 yards easy.
yeah.
But this year with Sam Darnold, bro, getting the dots and showing that he is one of the best, like in that Jamar Chase, right, in that Justin
And
Jefferson category for sure.
also, you think about it when he was coming out, he wasn't. They weren't talking about him to be like a number one receiver, but they were really talking
What?
about with him. Yeah, they were talking about him coming in being like a complimentary receiver somewhere or like a slot receiver. He had the skills, but he
Oh, okay.
wasn't fast enough
I
at the combine. So for him to come in and do all of that and just prove that he's a number one receiver, that's great.
I will just always remember hoping that we were going to get him with the 22nd pick, 21st or 22nd pick, and he went the pick before to
Right
Seattle.
before you guys did.
And then the Chargers were like, well, we're gonna take the second best receiver, Quentin Johnston. And I was like, what? This looks like you missed and you're scraping.
Hey, but
Uh
look, he's developing a little bit.
sure. I mean,
He's not
year
too far
three.
behind. Year three.
Yeah, year three,
So
kind of the same thing. Things are slowing down, looking good.
yeah,
All right, we're gonna be working. I'm luckily gonna be working from home to watch the Super Bowl,
it's not the same.
barbecuing with the friend. It's definitely not the same. Definitely not the
I'm
same.
just kidding.
You're
I'm
gonna
kidding.
be at the job. Luckily, you'll have it on every TV. Uh, for both of these teams, what does or what do you think a Super Bowl win means for them? Like we know that the New England Patriots, if they win this Super Bowl, if they somehow Mike Vrabel their way to another championship, it's going to be the seventh for the New England Patriots, which would mean they have the outright lead. Right now,
Yeah,
they're tied with the Steelers and the
Pittsburgh.
Niners and Steelers.
I guess they'll
Uh,
have six. I don't think they have six.
oh, they're on the quest for six. Is it just
They've,
the Steelers?
they've been on the quest for six. I can
They've
hear I can hear Frisco fans right now. Whoa, you guys only have three. Okay, you guys have two, and Sorry, that's Chargers only have one, none.
Chargers have one appearance.
Nick John Means. That was one of my favorite players at the time.
Uh,
But yeah, just it'll be just them and the Steelers. So it does
the
mean they.
hold up. The Packers, the Cowboys, and the 49ers have 5 Super Bowls. The
Yep,
Steelers and the Patriots have 6 Super Bowls.
it would put them. It would put them at the top of that list. So, and it
And
also
it
means,
would tie them with Tom Brady, who
eh,
had that extra one in
yep.
Tampa Bay.
And then it'll signify a return to
Yeah,
prominence for the
yeah.
Patriots. Who it wasn't that long. Patriots fans are over here talking
No.
about like they haven't been to the Super Bowl in like
It's been 7 years.
decades.
It's literally been 7 years, not even one decade. All right.
Yeah. So
You
that's
guys
I,
sucked enough just in time to get Drake May. Like you were good
exactly.
forever, and then Tom Brady left, and then you were like, okay, let's tank for a good.
Let's draft Mac Jones, and then
Yeah, and then that didn't work. But
yeah,
hey, shout out to Mac Jones. He's actually been pretty good.
I think the significance is a lot. What I'm thinking about is bigger than just like the Patriots. I think the
Mm.
significance for me is for both teams signifying that the way they've gone about getting to the Super Bowl, the two coaches that they decided to go with and have their team develop under. The
Defense.
yep, uh, and the people that they brought in to help develop a lot of the talent on the team, the veterans that they went out and got, how they built their team, you know, the way both front offices worked with their coaching staff to get guys in there that they needed. So yeah, I think the blueprint that both teams use to get to the Super Bowl, I think is going to be looked at. I think that's going to be a big significance. I think a lot of teams are going to try and maybe not mimic what they did, but they are going to try to learn from what they did and take what they can, pick and choose some of the things that they did both in New England and Seattle to build their teams.
Definitely bringing in Mike Vrabel is going to be seen as like that catalyst. Oh, what was the big change for you guys to go
Right,
from
right.
4-13 to 14
To
and
Super
3?
Bowl. Yeah.
The new coach comes in, he kind of sets a new standard. Hey, we're going to build up this culture, bring in a bunch of new guys. The GM for the Patriots is Elliot Wolf. He's definitely going to get a lot of credit just for getting here, I'm sure, right?
And look,
Because
and
this
no
is
one
ahead of
really,
schedule.
yeah, and you don't hear his name a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm.
During like a lot of the discussions about um how the Patriots got there and things like that, you don't really hear his name as like some of these GMs have been talked about for such a mediocre job they've been doing. But this guy was able to
Yeah.
come in and do this stuff. You don't really hear his name a lot as much as other GMs.
Uh, a win, a Super Bowl win for Seattle. What does that look like? I mean, it's definitely. Do you think you would
Redemption.
feel? Do you no? Do you think you would literally feel like the vibes change around you if the Seahawks won?
For sure. There's a ton of like for the city itself, outside of football, there's a lot going on in the city. So I think this would really be a big win for the city just in general. I think the city is
Mm.
needing a really big win this time. And then when you're talking about sports, they've been trying to get back their basketball franchise in here lately. The last championship they had in here was with the Storm, and they had a down year last year. They lost. Sue Bird isn't playing anymore. Brianna Stewart no longer in the city to cheer for. Uh, yeah, I think it'd be really great for the city. I think the vibes would be high. They're
Mm.
high right now, just them making it in. But winning it for the city, I think it would be. Yeah, I think the clouds would
It
I
would
think
be
the
like,
clouds would open up a little bit for the city of Seattle. And then with the way the last Super Bowl ended, I think it would kind of just a lot of people. I think a lot of people here still have a bad taste in their mouth with the way they lost that last Super
Oh,
Bowl.
yeah,
So
I'm sure the last 2 weeks of seeing that Malcolm Butler interception replayed
right,
10 times a day is
yeah,
not helping with that bad
not
taste.
at all, not at all.
Uh,
So
Mike Fiso mentioned that the Seahawks are on a revenge tour, and this could be the cap to that. If the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, they're gonna like close the chapter, close the book on a lot of things. They get the bye, right? So they're
yeah,
ahead of the NFC West. And then they get the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round. They piece them out. They get the Los Angeles Rams, who have been giving Sam Darnold trouble like the last 3 times that they played him, dating back to when he was with the Vikings. They Sam Darnold has 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions versus them. They advance there. And not only for the Seattle Seahawks and losing that Super Bowl in was 2015, um, Sam Darnold, that I'm seeing ghost game was a Monday night game versus the New England Patriots. There is a chance for all of that to be put to bed, all the wrongs to be righted if they just put together 60 minutes of good football that everyone except for Foxborough expects the Seattle Seahawks to do on Sunday, right? And that's the only thing is that it's like there's also I think there was a post where it said every time the Seahawks and Patriots play each other, it's been a close game. Like I don't think I mean it's supposed to be able to be a blowout with the Seahawks defense and Sam Darnold leading JSN and Kenneth Walker, but I don't know. It's Mike Vrabel just situationally has his team like
I think
making the
yeah,
right plays, like not being out. Like the moment hasn't been too big for them, and I feel
never.
like that's because their coach had a lot of Super Bowl winning experience, and he's able to pass that down to them. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how the Super Bowl plays out. Hopefully your team wins. If you're listening to this, okay, you can say that the Ballinesian podcast supported your team. Yeah, shout out to Mike for the Seahawks. Any other Seahawks
Sure.
fans, Travis, shout out to Lefty Travis. JT, man, all the wait, do you know any other Seahawks fans? Do you have any Seahawks fans in your family?
I do, but I don't like the Seahawks, so I'm not going to shout
You're not
anybody
going to shout them out.
for their team because
Uh,
no. No, I'm
the
just kidding.
Patriots fans, Uso Cam, shout
Oh
out to
yeah,
him for the
yeah.
Grammys too.
Shout out to DJ Loose
DJ,
Screws,
oh
big
DJ
Seattle. He
Lou
grew up out
Screw,
here. Yep,
yep.
DJ Loose Screws. Yep, Jesse's a big
Yep.
Seattle fan. Yeah, shout out to my family out here, but also shout out to my nephew, Leonidas Valfusi, who's I guess he's set on going to a big high school out here, O'Day High School, a Catholic school, to play football. Uh, he's a
Mhm.
Patriots fan. He's been a Patriots fan since he was little, him and his dad. So I'm
Hey,
glad he
okay.
gets that. Yep. My nephew here in the house who also play football, uh, Yawa Jr. We call him Baby. He's a big well, he was. Now he just watches football in general, likes football, but
Was he a
he was
Brady fan or something?
he was a Brady's fan. Yeah, he was a Brady fan. Um, man. Seahawks fans, just a bunch, man. Especially the people I work with. It's cool to see. I like to see that. I like to see. Oh man, shout out to and the father of our brother Noah. Doug is a big Seattle fan. If you didn't
Oh,
know, Doug is a
Uncle
Seattle
Doug,
fan. Yep,
Dougie,
he's a big
Seattle.
Seattle fan. So I
Right.
don't think he's gonna watch the game really because it's gonna stress him out. I know he's rooting for them, but
Bruh,
yeah, I'm happy for
those
people like that. Shout out to Doug.
11 a.m. Super Bowl kickoffs. You got to go right home from church.
Oh
And
man,
then you got to get the food started immediately. Shout out to
this
Uncle
guy.
Phil. Phil loved what, hey, he had the spread ready after church.
See,
Yeah.
you talking about going to church? Some of these fools don't even make it to church.
I
they
mean, it's
gonna
understandable.
repent after. They're gonna ask for forgiveness, not permission.
All right. Let's get into our local team news. The Las Vegas Raiders had a second meeting with Klint Kubiak on the off week before the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, everybody reported that they plan to sign Klint Kubiak after the Super Bowl. The Raiders finally get their coach. We talk about all
Don't
these other.
don't do that. Don't do that. They haven't signed him yet, so I'm not gonna say final
Oh,
because it
okay.
hasn't been finalized yet. It hasn't been finalized yet. The Raiders went through a similar situation last year with their OC, where they had Cliff Kingsbury already agreed to a contract. He had to wait on something the day he came to sign and for him to join the Raiders, and he did not do that. Instead, he ended up
Wow.
joining the Washington Redskins. And no, I'm not no shade to
Commanders.
Cliff Kingsbury, not that he cares, but sometimes people make those decisions. And so with Clint Kubiak, what I'm worried about is if he does not win the Super Bowl
Mm,
and he's sitting there with the guys that he just battled it out with, had a really great season with, I'm pretty sure they're ranked in the top five defenses in the NFL right now. And then like he's an offensive guy, but I'm just saying, like team wise, Sam Darnold having an amazing season, Jason, and then he sits back and he's like, hey, you know what? Let's run it back one more time. We didn't finish it this year. Let's give it one more try. And then the Raiders are gonna be ass out because he hasn't signed yet. He hasn't signed yet, and no one really in the organization is say you can't tell people yet that you have like a verbal agreement or like no ink has been put to paper yet because he's not allowed to sign yet until he's done coaching in the Super Bowl. The minute those numbers go to zero on the Super Bowl clock, he can sign. He can do whatever he wants. But until then, no decision has really been made. Even if he's told them, yeah, you know what, I'll do it. Even if he said that to them, it's not set in stone. So with that being said, if they do sign him, it'll be a really good signing. It's one of those signings where I think Raider Nation was waiting for. It's a younger coach,
yeah.
offensive minded. Um,
Hmm.
he gets a he gets to mold his quarterback. He's not going to inherit some guy that's been taught like four different offenses in the NFL already, had three different coaches and things of that sort. They have the number one pick, and if they don't trade it away, they do intend to draft Fernando Mendoza, with all reports coming out. And Klint Kubiak, the what he did with Sam Darnold this year, not to mention some of the other quarterbacks that he's worked with in the league and helped them become who they are. There's a few, but if one I can mention because he's not like a really big superstar, but you saw him kind of develop and be better when he had time to play and Klint Kubiak was still there, is Spencer Rattler, you know,
Mm.
because as soon as Kubiak left, then like Rattler went right back to the bench and he's not being developed at all. So, um, yeah, and then you get excited because of the prospect of some of the guys that are going to want to join his coaching staff. So it's going to be fun to see. I know one name also being mentioned about joining right now, depending on his contract with the Browns, is the Cleveland Browns defensive coordinator right now, who's very unhappy that he got passed over for the head coaching job. Uh,
Jim Schwartz.
yeah. So he could be a guy that they bring over defensively. People go, "Well, it's the Browns," but did you guys watch the Browns defense? And they got a guy there
Mm.
in Miles Garrett, who their defense was focused around. They have the same type of player over in Las Vegas with Max
Max
Crosby.
Crosby.
Yeah, so yeah, the prospect of him joining is exciting. I don't want to get too high on it because it's
Not
not
official.
settled yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, bringing in a defensive coach because your new head coach is going to be the offensive guy, and we talk
he's probably
about
going to be
the
calling. Yeah, the offensive plays too. He's
calling the
probably going to be the
plays.
play
Yeah.
caller. Yeah,
Uh, Here's a little bit of history on him. The quarterbacks coach 2019 to 2020, and the Vikings offensive coordinator in 2021 with Kirk Cousins. Denver Broncos 2022 as a passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach with Russell Wilson. San Francisco's passing game coordinator in 2023, Brock Purdy. New Orleans Saints 2024 offensive coordinator, Spencer Rattler. Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator Sam Darnold. And then it's going to be the Raiders head coach and play caller with Fernando Mendoza. Uh, I mean, just trying to look up exactly what it is that you can expect for offense from Klint Kubiak. They said balance, right? I do like this too because, like you said, it's a young guy.
Yeah,
It's not like another old guy. It's definitely not Pete Carroll. But you talk about some of these names like Jack Del Rio,
he was a great coach, but
Tony Sperano,
another great
North
coach,
Turner.
older, right?
Yeah, those are some of the older guys. Those guys are
Yeah,
hired in like their 50s or 40s. Now you get a guy who's like 39. He's going to come in. And you can have him for a long time. Like the
right,
expectation for hiring a young coach is he's going to be there for like 10 years, right? 10 plus years. Maybe you can get a Mike Tomlin or a John Harbaugh or someone that's just going to be there and can give you that um, continuity and consistency to build. And it's not like a coach's vision is getting wiped away every other year
right.
with the Raiders, who have had uh,
5 in the last 5.
five in the last five, 14. This is going to be the 14th coach
Yep.
since 2000 for the Raiders. So hopefully, a coach that's going to be there for a long time. Is it with the ownership not giving them time, or do you think it's like the fan base that demands quick results? Like they want good stuff to happen. If it doesn't happen fast, they will get ownership to change. Why do you think the coaches get moved on quickly?
And I think it's a combination of both. As fans, you're always going to demand that your team at least win some games, and when it's not showing up like that after
Mm.
2 seasons, people are really quick, especially nowadays. People are really quick to see turnaround right away. Like look at the Patriots. You can expect it now because it's not like it hasn't been done, right? Mike Vrabel comes in first year, gets some guys, they go all the way to the Super Bowl. So it has been done. And then front office always has to how is everything getting paid for in the organization? Fans. They pay for tickets, for merch, they cheer your team on, and without fans, you, you don't really have a franchise. So I think it's a combination of both. Front offices are gonna have to make their fans happy, listen to what they're saying, concerns, and yeah, I think it's a combination of both.
I'm like trying to look through that Clint Kubiak article. This is Joe Arrigo show Substack, Joe Substack on substack.com, obviously, sorry. And it's talking about like it really is piecing together Kubiak's different his offense and how it's about
Mhm.
balance and it's about dictating to the defense. It's not about reacting to the defense or trying to get around them. You set the tone and the tempo for how it's going to go, but it's about
Yeah,
balance and it's not about and the Raiders are quote here, the Raiders are trading chaos for coherence, right? So man, that is. I feel like that's great. It also talks about the wide zone, taking advantage of runners that can juke and cut and get open.
yeah,
Also receiving on the flats to get over pressure. Ashton Jeanty about to go
yeah.
off, talking about
Everything that
having
Ashton Jeanty does.
a tight end in that H back Joker role where you can move him around and get him kind of hide him from the defense, so to speak, and then all of a sudden Brock Bowers is going to be wide open. Talking about the offense, what the Raiders will need to execute this offense: offensive line capable of zone and gap movement, a quarterback comfortable with progression reads and play action, tight ends and slot receivers who can win in space, and running backs who aren't one dimensional. I feel like the Raiders, if they don't already check 2 out of 4 of those, 3 out of 4, with Fernando Mendoza assumed to be coming in, they could get there pretty
Yeah,
quickly with the
quickly.
amount of money that you guys have. I think you're
Yeah,
second or third cap space this year.
yeah.
And so we could have a really quick Raiders turnaround. And that's pretty exciting to see.
That's
Hopefully
that's what
you guys get that quarterback or
yeah,
coach.
that's what a lot of analysts are talking about. Just if they can get Clint Kubiak in there, they're expecting a quick turnaround. So
I love it.
yeah,
All right. Chargers brought in Chris O'Leary as defensive coordinator from Western Michigan. Apparently, he
Hey
was a
man.
former Notre Dame coach and
Yep.
also a Jesse Minter and Chargers coach. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It's I think there was talk about the Chargers wanting to promote Steve Clinksdale, who was a cornerbacks coach, but they're bringing in this former coach to be the new DC.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
nice.
Just because he was a coach at Notre Dame, so he has ties to Notre
Oh my
Dame.
god.
That just makes him great.
Just
No,
because he worked in Notre Dame.
no, yeah. He did pretty good as a positional coach in Notre Dame, and then that's why he was given the defensive coordinator job at a couple of schools before he decided to move on over to be the Chargers DC.
He
DC,
was he was the
yeah,
defensive coordinator, or was he? Yeah, he was in Western Michigan
Western
last year
Michigan.
and
So
turned them into a top 10 unit in the country. Their
yeah,
defense went
yeah.
from like 120th to 10th. That's
Look,
yeah, bring that on. Development, yes.
so from the college ranks, you know how everybody is under the Sean McVay coaching tree right now, and
Mhm.
everybody's looking for guys like that. Marcus Freeman, and this is not even to be about,
Hey,
yeah, it's not even about. Yes, he's doing it at Notre
not
Dame,
even
but
about my favorite team.
no, for sure, it's about my favorite coach. But
Oh,
Marcus Freeman, his staff right now is being plucked left and right, not just by colleges, but by NFL teams right now.
nice.
So if you count Chris O'Leary, that's the fourth positional coach under Marcus Freeman
Hmm.
to
Whoa,
get
okay.
a to be plucked to be an NFL coach. So
All
uh,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Are you worried about that, or are you
No,
confident in his
because
ability to replace them?
they've already got a couple of replacements. So for their DBs coach, who Mike Mickens was the DB coach. I don't care what
Wow.
people say, what team you cheer for. He was the number one DB coach in college. Coach guys like Ben Morrison, who's with the uh, Buccaneers this year. He was the number one corner when he was there. Got hurt his senior year, so he dropped a little. Turned Leonard Moore into the cornerback in college. Who he gets to coach or not coach, but Leonard Moore gets to play one more year at Notre Dame. If you go and look, if you guys aren't watching college football, Notre Dame's DB class for 2026 has 3 5 stars in it right now, a safety and two corners. So, yeah, Mike Mickens, he's moving over to the Ravens because he's got ties to Jesse Minter. So he's going to be the DB's coach there. So they got him. Al Washington, gosh, I forgot what team he's moving to, but he was the um, D line coach, moved to linebackers coach because their linebackers coach, Max Bulla, went back to his alma mater to be the DC. Um, he got plucked like weeks after they promoted him over to linebackers coach. He's playing in the, or coaching in the NFL now. So the coaching tree is crazy. Their strength coach right now is being talked about as the next person to make his move to the NFL. The Raiders, in fact, have him on a short list
Oh,
of
damn.
guys to come over to join the coaching staff there. So uh, a lot of people, when you think about it, when you hear about it, they're worried. Well, all these coaches are leaving. Why are they leaving? Because they've been great coaches at a college for
They're
five to
getting
six years.
promoted for more
Exactly.
money. That's the other
And,
thing about the Klint Kubiak thing, though. Like he could be a coordinator making $1 million,
yep,
or a head coach making like
exactly.
seven,
And
10.
coaching a whole team instead of,
I mean,
just,
that money though is like if you
oh,
can
for sure.
get 10 times
Guaranteed.
your
Guaranteed.
salary for a
Yeah.
different job, I'll do whatever that job is. Like
Yeah.
that's yeah.
And
So oh yeah,
coaches' salaries are
guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Coaches'
So
salaries are
even if they
guaranteed.
fire you, which the Raiders have,
Hey, hey, hey,
been
that's not what
doing
I
that.
meant. Don't
No,
don't
no,
mention that. That's not what I meant.
even if they fire you, you get the whole contract. But that's
You do.
let's go. Let's get hopefully after the Super Bowl. Hopefully the Seahawks win. So you want the Seahawks to win so that your future coach is like, all right, I accomplished what I needed to do here. Time to go start this trip in Vegas and build it up like that. So you're rooting for the Seahawks.
I am definitely not rooting for the Seahawks. Let's just be clear.
Because if the
I'm
Patriots win, he's
rooting.
gonna be like, oh, I got to go back. I gotta run it back.
Nope, nope. You know what I'm hoping that Kubiak's gonna lose the game and just be like, then all I can here. We're not gonna win one here.
It's not gonna work out. I tried. I
It's
tried.
not sorry guys. Give it your shot. So you blew it and now I'm leaving. But
Uh,
yeah, I definitely hope that all goes well with everything after the Super Bowl for the Raiders and Klint Kubiak, and I get to watch the development of a dynasty out in the desert. It'd be fun to watch. I just
I
really want it to be competitive. That's what I want
yeah
right now. Yeah,
yeah. I feel like you guys are. It's just a short while away. If not,
yeah,
this season, the season after. So
yeah.
I will say I'm starting to change the my tune on the like you guys should trade the pick. I'm
I
starting to
just don't
believe.
see because with the cap
Well,
space, I think they can fill the holes. I feel you, Lance, when you say this. A lot of people would think the same way. There's so many holes on the team right now. Like the good you could do with trading the pick away and the all the compensation you can get for the one pick, it's a lot. It really is a lot because even if it's not like even if Mendoza isn't the greatest quarterback to come out of college, he's the best this year. And there's a lot of quarterback needed teams still up there. So they're gonna throw some shit. You're gonna hear a lot about it before the draft day. There's gonna be some trades or trade ideas or rumors about teams wanting to uh, trade up and get it, and then you're gonna hear the offers that might go their way. It's gonna be a lot, but I think the pick, I think itself, they don't need him to come in and be Patrick Mahomes on day one. You know what I mean? They need him to come in and be decent and develop into Tom Brady. That's what they do. So yeah,
she said develop into Tom Brady. That's all they need.
that's all they
Uh,
need. You know?
I think Mendoza could be like. I mean, but well, this is also this right. Like, there's only one good quarterback this year. Next year, there's supposed to be more quarterbacks that are also were projected to be
Sure.
better than the best quarterback from this year. So you
Yeah.
could pull like the Bryce Young trade for like instead of taking Bryce Young, you could wait a year and take a Caleb Williams. But also Fernando Mendoza seems like as nice a guy as you can like make the face of your franchise.
That's another thing.
That also
Yeah.
has like he's dumb. Like he's dumb for winning. Like that I like that's what he wants to do. I don't know how to wait, that didn't make sense. He's not he's stupid for winning. It's
I
like
get what you're saying.
all he wants to do is win.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
it. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Uh to the point where he doesn't even he's never had a girlfriend. Like he's not trying to waste his time on that because he has to focus on
That
getting to the
part,
NFL.
I don't know if I trust
Oh,
him
was
on
that a
that one.
red
I don't
flag?
know. That's a red flag, man.
Oh, you
Nah, I'm
think it's
just
a
kidding.
lie?
No, because what if he gets to Vegas and he gets a girl that's gonna ruin his life? I'd rather
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
rather him
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some experience.
This sounds horrible, but I'd rather his life been ruined in college than ruined in.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's that, but it's like
No.
I'm
Yeah.
so focused on
Yeah.
doing what I need to do to be the best quarterback
Yeah.
for my team that I don't even have time for girls. I don't have time
Look.
for other extracurriculars. So you can trust in a city of that. Well, I don't know. Can you?
You can.
Yeah, but
I
you
think.
assume in a city that
I
has
think.
its vices, he'll still be clean and not embarrass you.
Well, I think you can contribute his cleanliness to the circle around him, and he'll still have those people around him. So, um, the last quarterback that came into the Raiders organization that was looked at as a really good guy off the field did pretty well for them. Didn't win the Super Bowl, actually got them to the playoffs.
Hey, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, Derek Carr.
yep.
So, I mean, it was good for the franchise, and of course, he could become the quarterback there, be a really great guy off the field, a good face of the field, and be a crappy quarterback. But well, at least you get, like you said, you're getting someone who's going to be a good face for the franchise, and I think that's what the Raiders kind of need right now too.
Yeah,
Along with
especially if you're taking
along
it
with the
with the
guy who can
first
play.
overall pick.
Yes,
You got to
yes,
be someone who's not going to flame out on you
yeah,
or embarrass you. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, the guy, he's like you said, he's been winning, and at one point he was like the most sacked quarterback in college. And then the
Oh,
next season later, he won the college championship and the Heisman Trophy. So he's also not 5'9" like Diego Pavia. So
he's like 6'4". That's crazy. I
yeah,
didn't think he
yeah,
was that tall. That definitely is helpful. Also,
yeah, yeah.
and then the lore, the more the playoff games that he's been playing, the college playoff
Yep,
games, that winning touchdown, that like
yep.
effort, that personal
Telling you.
effort, toughness. I mean, if he doesn't break, he's going to be, a pretty tough,
Yep.
good, leader and lead by example type. So I understand, and I understand like not having that, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a quarterback that can get you there, it feels kind of hopeless sometimes. So yeah, if you guys want to take Fernando Mendoza #1 overall, if that happens, like I'm all in. I'm like I hope he develops, and
For
then
sure.
Klint Kubiak system, like they can grow together and he can teach him really how some of these throws by Sam Darnold to Jackson Smith and Jigba, they're wide open. Some of them are tough, right? Sam Darnold trying to fit it into a window, but some it just seems like there's a lot of wide
Like
open
this,
space there.
like the
So
scheme he's running just
I
has people open.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Fernando Mendoza. Also, you talked about him being like a one read, like talking about run
Yeah,
pass
because he,
options,
he
stuff
was in
like
the
that.
RPO. Yeah, he
Mhm.
was in the RPO
So
offense. So
this seems like another offense that could put the quarterback in that position where it's like read it, throw it, but something quick. So it's not going to be Fernando Mendoza, shuffling his feet, stomping around, worried in the pocket, trying to
right,
find something open. Oh, it's been five
right.
seconds trying to make something happen. It's going to be quick,
Read and react.
clean, yes, precise. Maybe even dictate instead of reacting. Like freaking, we're running this down your throat. If you step up, we're throwing it over here. But something that Mendoza can really make work. That's gonna be dope.
So
All right, thank you guys for listening. If you want us to shout you out, send the email ballinesian@gmail.com. I will check it. Shout outs for this episode. Got to shout out uh Roman Reigns. Oh, sorry. Uh, shout out to the shout out to the Super Bowl players. We got some Islanders out there
we
for both
do.
sides. Kyrus Toma, #95 for the Patriots. Jelani Tavai, #48. #53, Christian Ellis. #15, Martin Mapu. And then also on the Seahawks, we have #36, George Holani, who's a running back, and #95, Brandon Peely.
Who
Um,
was your neighbor at one point?
Bro, that was crazy. Yeah. He went to Westview High School here, I think, for like his senior year before going to USC. Um, and yeah, that kid was massive when he was in high school. So, and now he's freaking blocking field goals and
Yeah.
getting some
Shout out to
reputation there.
one of the coaches as well. Of Polynesian descent.
Nice.
He'll shout out to Klint Kubiak. Thanks, Clint, for taking the
Oh,
mentor.
really?
we
Oh,
we
he's
adopted
one of us now.
we adopted him.
Yeah, adopted. Oh,
Oh,
Tamafidel Clint.
yeah, Scumbo Clint. Yeah.
Any other shout outs?
Man, big shout out. I'm big advocate for all these guys playing college sports, especially kids from like the islands or anyone in South Pacific. So shout out to I know a lot of people have heard about him when he was playing in Australia, Roman Shilepo coming up from there. He played in the NBL for a little bit, but I guess he felt like he wasn't getting enough shine and he wanted to
Oh,
have a chance to play in the NBA. So he decided to make his way out to the United States to play college basketball. Signed on with Pitt, and he's playing there this year. He was started off a little slow, but if you've watched him lately, I think he's gone maybe six in a row right now, 6 games in a row with a double double. But the way he's gotten it is, man, coast to coast dunks, savagely just rebounding over everybody, playing great defense. He's a really great help defender as far as blocking shots. Solid. He's a big body. I want somebody said he's like 6'5", 6'6", but when he's playing, the kid looks like he's like 6'8" out there. So I first saw him when he was playing either for Australia. I think he was playing for Australia against, I want to say somebody like Brazil, and he was just taking people apart in one of these international tournaments as a teenager, younger teenager. Sorry. So shout out to that guy, man. Love watching that, especially just yeah, man. Shout out to Roman Silva. I hope to catch if they make it into the tournament this year, tournament
Mhm.
of for the NCAA March Madness. I hope he plays a game on this side of the bracket in like Portland, so I can travel down there to watch him play. Because Pittsburgh right now and the weather out there on the East Coast. Sorry, Roman, I'm not coming down there to watch you play.
He said, nah.
Nah,
Out there? Nah.
nah.
No. All right. So, also, yeah, no, for real. Shout out to Roman Reigns too. The tribal chief won the Royal Rumble. Why are we doing this in Saudi Arabia? For money. That's
For
why.
money,
Lots
of
of
course.
money, billions. Oh my
Lots of
gosh.
money.
Everything is about money. Shout out to Alyssa Peely, who's
Yee.
been tearing it up for the
Yep.
Vipers. Uh, Game winners, game daggers, step back
Yeah.
threes, transition
Yeah.
threes.
Ho-
Jeez, bro, killing it.
Hopefully the WNBA can figure out their bargaining agreement because we'd love to see her again this summer playing
Yeah.
back in the United States. So WNBA officials, get it figured out. Pay these women.
And also shout out to the Super Bowl performer, Bad Bunny, album of the year. Debate to rare más photos. I wish I took more photos. Oh my gosh. Also, we're gonna hear a lot of it
Love
at
your Spanish.
the Super Bowl. That was not good. That was a very English reading. Debbie Terrar, Mas Photos. I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, shout out to everybody for tapping in. Thank you guys for listening. What did we talk about? Superstars.
Hey,
Talked
for
about
sure,
oh
superstar, but also our superstar. If you guys read comics, please go follow at Oh Hello Marcus. I do comics as well, but Marcus goes into depth. Just the way he reads these comics and like his analysis on what the writer is trying to say, some of the art, the way it's written, and just he does a really good job of going in depth on some of these stories. And you know what? Also, the best part of it is that he's so passionate about the things that he's reading right now. So there's not too many people that you're gonna see out here post stuff like that and really be into what they're reading, you know. And I think for a lot of kids in Samoa growing up, you didn't get to see a lot of people who looked like you that read comics and stuff like that. And when I was growing up, I read comics, but it was so hard to find them. There was maybe like 3 or 4 stores in American Samoa that sold them. Uh, of course, I got a little older. Tropic Traders, they sold some comics.
hey, nice.
When I was younger, it was Transpac, and they had 2 locations, which were essentially they were duty frees. You know, I don't know if you guys know what duty frees are, but they used to have those like at airports. So they had one at the Rainmaker Hotel and one in Nuuli across the Halleck gas station. So yeah, I mean, and to have Marcus out here just putting out content, you know, it's so dope to see.
Yeah.
Go follow our guy, man. You know what I mean? Go follow our guy
Oh hello Marcus on Instagram and TikTok and
and the Patreon.
Substack.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Is it
yeah, yeah.
Substack? I think it's Medium.
Oh okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also the Patreon, patreon.com/ the Polytickin podcast.
Yep.
And yeah, the Polytickin Network. Hop on to
Do
YouTube
that.
and follow us. Appreciate you guys. Also, man, who whoa. I lost it. I had it and I lost it. Shout out to you. Super Bowl is here. The season is over.
See, you guys made Lance sad. It's Super Bowl's here.
It's no.
It's different for me because I enjoy like not that Lance doesn't, but I enjoy all the off-season movement. You know, it seems like it's dead, but there's so much going on in the background right now in the off-season.
Mm,
I'm one of those guys that enjoy watching the combine, the draft. I like seeing all that stuff. I also am in recruiting seasons right now, watching all the recruiting that Notre Dame is doing. So I love that. And I watch college basketball. This is a really fun time for people who watch college basketball because it's getting to be close to March Madness. So my Tar Heels are doing pretty good. There's a lot of
Oh yeah.
yeah, for me it's a lot of excitement, but I know Lance is he's a bigger NFL star right now. NFL star, NFL
How
fan right
about it?
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's the
yeah.
football.
So we're gonna try
But
to get him into the off season with we're
I,
gonna a
I,
lot of
well,
draft
I mean,
simulation.
the NFL is year round. You know, like you get
Amen.
the off season, the coaches, the signings. That every week we'll have something for the NFL. So definitely stay tuned with us throughout the summer. But we'll also be talking about other sports. We'll be highlighting Pacific Islander athletes as they're out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black History Month. That's what I was going to say.
Ah,
To ask
yes.
you, who's your favorite Black person
Wow. It's a loaded question.
in
I'm
history
just kidding.
ever? Like, nah. You can
He
say
said,
Martin Luther King. You can say I threw that out way too fast. You can say
"Okay, no, hey, no, Martin Luther King," but I'm definitely he's up there. But man, there's too many, man. If I had to name two of my favorite black people, it'll be T-Pesa Moore Gray and he's laughing and Destiny King, man.
the
The T-Pesa Moore Gray and Destiny King. Those are my two favorite black people in the world.
uh yeah, I don't even have an answer. I'm sorry that I
No, you're good.
stopped
No, what do you mean?
that.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Black History Month. Well, we also have our month coming up in a couple of months. But yeah,
You
thank
mean
you guys.
like the podcast?
The pod month, brown month. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to watch the Super Bowl this week. Hopefully, you have a great time wherever you are, whether that's work, party, play, and hopefully your team wins. Thank you guys for tapping in. Shout out to Coach Forrest. Shout out to the network. Shout out to Levasa Island Apparel. Shout out to brother Uri. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week once we find out who has this freaking Lombardi. Stay
Amen.
hydrated. Whoa. No,
Go
yeah, yeah. What do you say?
if you guys have turkey tail, save me some.
Ooh.
Anybody, anybody barbecuing, even if you're in Samoa,
He's just gonna put one on the
can you
side.
freeze dry for me and send it to me? Take a picture.
Uh, hey, send a picture of your turkey tail to us.
Please, please,
Turkey
please.
tail photo. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Super Bowl 60, February 8th, 3:30. It's at 3:30. See you guys later. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay balling. Love and light. Peace.
Come on, Clint. Come on over.
Come on, Clint. Please.